now, you can get $250 off entry and patio doors. Check out uwdsouthwestohio.com or call 513-755-1800.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
Your morning starts now. It's the Q102 Jeff and Jenn podcast, brought to you by CVG Airport. Fly healthy through CVG. For more information, go to CVG Airport /fly healthy.
Alyssa is looking for a second date update today. Hi, Alyssa.
Hi, guys.
Hey.
Says here you went out with a guy named Greg recently. Is that right?
Yeah, I did. I met him on Tinder, the classic Tinder.
I love that Tinder is classic now, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's mainstream,
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah, we ended up talking for a few weeks, and, then we decided to meet, so I invited him over to my place to hang out. We ended up ordering DoorDash, and we decided we wanted to watch some TV, so, just hanging out, whatever. I decided to make margaritas, so we started drinking, and, we were getting along great, and we laughed a lot. Seemed like we had a lot in common, and I don't know. I really I really liked him.
Can I ask how long you two talked before you invited this complete stranger into your home that you met on Tinder? I mean, I'm not judging. I just think that's
You're
so
sounding
dangerous.
very fatherly.
I was going to say that's what my mom would ask.
That sounds really risky to me. Like, I could see meeting him in public for coffee or something in a public place for the first time to make sure he's not some kind of serial killer. But
yeah, I guess it was like 3 or 4 weeks. I mean, we had been talking and going back and forth and joking around, and I felt pretty comfortable. I guess I just, I am pretty cautious, but I don't know. For some reason with him, my guard was down, I guess.
okay.
Well, did you go into the night? I mean, was this a, classic Tinder hookup? Was that the intention of the evening? Was that the plan? So you figured, since we're going to end up here, might as well start here? Or was it more of a old style date?
For me, I just wanted to see where it would go, and I don't really like. And that was the thing about it. Like, I don't know if he was expecting that, like if he wanted us to have sex, but I will just say he didn't get it.
Okay.
Because my brain wasn't going there. Like, I didn't have an end game in mind. I thought maybe we would just see where it was going, and we did end up making out a lot. Like, we did. But I just don't like to have sex on the first date, and maybe he thought everything was going in that direction. I like it to build up to that, so maybe that's why, and maybe that's why he's not texting me back.
I like your style, though, just in terms of not having any expectations or going into it with any expectations. Let's just see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just like to go with the flow.
I like that, yeah.
Yeah, I like it too.
Okay, so you would say the chemistry you had in person was as good, if not better, than the chemistry you obviously had talking.
Oh, yeah, we were, joking around and laughing. He was, laughing. I was kind of being silly, but he was laughing, and, we were having a great time. And like I said, we made out, and that was happening. So I was like, oh, cool, great. This feels great.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he didn't stay all night, obviously. He left.
Yeah, he ended up leaving.
Okay.
And what did that feel like when he left? Did it feel like he couldn't get out of there fast enough, or?
No, I don't remember it being like that. I mean, we were both kind of he took an Uber home, so it was fuzzy.
Okay.
But I don't remember it being weird. No, it was just kind of okay, great, it was fun. To
Talk
me.
to you soon. See you soon.
Yep. So in that moment, though, you were like, okay, I definitely want to see this guy again. And I think he wants to see me, too.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I totally thought that was what was happening. So that's why it's so weird and abrupt that he's not, even responding.
Yeah. Okay.
It's weird. Maybe he did just want to bang you, and then when it didn't happen, he just was like, I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows how long this is going to take?
Yeah. I don't have the time or the effort.
Let me scroll through, see if I can find a sure thing for tonight.
Yeah. That happened to me once.
Oh, yeah?
I talked to this guy forever, and we even went out on a date, and we met up downtown, and I went home with him that night, but I didn't sleep with him, and then he totally never talked to me again.
Oh,
and
wow.
and it's because I did not sleep with him.
Well, I'm glad you didn't sleep with him.
I
If
know.
he's going to behave that way, you made the right call.
You suck. I actually saw him at the Home and Garden Show a couple weeks ago.
Oh, did you?
Oh, that's funny.
Was he with like a wife and kids?
He was, and I didn't say anything to him. I just was like,
Hey, you need an air conditioner?
that is a ship that has sailed.
No,
and
but that would
we're
have been
not
great
gonna
if
talk.
you said, "Hey, how come you never
But I
called
was
me?"
this close because I saw the baby and I was like, oh, look how cute. Oh my God.
Did he see you?
I think he just kind of like kept looking out the door and then they left.
So pretended he
So
probably
maybe.
spotted you before you spotted him, and now he's acting like he doesn't see you.
Again, I got ghosted
Yeah.
twice by the same guy.
That's so funny.
What the hell?
Wow. All right, well, why don't we take a break? When we come back, we'll call Greg and see what's up. See if you found someone to hook up with immediately, or if that's not even the issue. Maybe it's something completely different. And maybe even get Alyssa a second date. As Second Date Update continues here, Cincinnati's Q102. Alyssa had been talking to Greg on Tinder for probably 3 or 4 weeks before they finally decided to meet up in person. And Alyssa went into this with no expectations. Let's just kind of see how it goes. Come over, have some margaritas. Turned out it was an awful lot of fun, you know. They laughed a lot of joking going on. They even made out. They didn't sleep together. But after that night, he went home, left her with the impression that she'd see him again, and never happened. So where are we? We're nowhere. Mm-hmm. Well, we're going to try to call Greg and see if we can get somewhere, or at least an explanation. What do you want the most out of this?
Yeah, an explanation. I want to know why we had such a great time that he's just ignoring me.
All right, let's call him up, and if you're ready.
I'm ready.
Hello?
Hi, can we speak to Greg, please? Is this Greg?
Speaking. Who's this?
Hi, Greg. It's Jeff, Jen, Fritch, and Tim at Q102. How's it going?
From 102?
Yes, sir.
Hi, good morning.
Do you ever listen?
I do, and if I'm getting called, I'm kind of concerned. So,
Your family is fine, as far as we know. We got a call from Alyssa, your friend from Tinder. You hung out at her house. And
that lunatic?
Well, she just got through. She just told us all these nice things about you, and you call her a lunatic?
Oh, I'm totally convinced that what she said about me was right, but she's off. I even tried to explain this to my buddy, and he just looked at me like I was out of it. I've never had a date like this in my life. It was nice, we've been talking for maybe a month, 3 weeks, and then she's like, hey, come over, and then she's like, do people even say, like, she's like, let's Netflix and chill, like she used that.
So did you take that to mean, like, let's sleep together?
I mean, isn't that what that meant when people were using it?
It is what
It
Back in the
was.
day.
Yeah.
like,
And then
what-
I think it kind of like actually morphed into, once the pandemic hit, like literally
yeah.
watch Netflix and chill out. I think it kind of
That's
became a little more benign, but
It's different than Hulu and Hump.
yeah.
Okay. So you thought you were going to her house for a hookup.
I mean, it was, I was like 90-10 convinced it was going to go down like that. But at the same time, I don't really know her, so I didn't really have any, like, real expectations.
Well, what about that makes her a lunatic?
Trust me. Okay, do you want me to I'll go to the weird part, or I'll just...
Just tell us what happened.
Yeah,
Just
whatever.
paint the picture. How did the date begin?
So I showed up at her house, cool spot. I mean, she's cool. She's like great personality, looks great. Everything is going like the way it should. We get food. She cranks up some margaritas. Then she's like, do you like stand up? And I'm like, well, yeah, who doesn't? So then she put on a stand up special on Netflix. Ali Wong, you guys know her?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So she's hilarious, but she's dirty. So it's like, first date and with a real kind of dirty, it's like not the kind of comedy I'd watch if I was with my family, like my mom or something. Like,
Yeah.
but if you're trying to get to know somebody, and like that's what they pick kind of out of the gate.
Which special
it
was
was
it?
a
Was
little
it
much.
the one where she was pregnant, or is it the
Baby
one that
Cobra.
just came out?
That's the good one.
Is it the one that just came out?
Yeah, it's the new one. She
Oh, my
wasn't.
God.
Yeah, it wasn't one of the pregnant ones.
Oh,
So-
man.
I watched this recently.
Baby Cobra is so good when she talks about the snail trail.
Oh my God. But you're right, it is dirty because I had it on and Jacob came up from downstairs and I put it on pause. I'm like, I am not
She does get
watching
dirty, though, for
this. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. So you're watching this really and it's sexual kind of dirty.
Oh yeah. Which I and I love dirty comedy. It's just when you really don't know it. It's like, is this the impression you're making, right? And so Allie's doing a bit on, I don't know. She's talking about her. How much she loves it when men.
Oh.
And I'm like, okay, yeah, I get it. And then Alyssa jumps up and starts imitating Allie. So while she's doing the joke, Alyssa's now sticking her in my face and then asking me if I'd like to.
Oh,
and then
God.
she showed me how she'd open her and try to catch it if I did.
How many margaritas did you two have?
I was about 4 in, and I was horrified.
That's really funny.
Yeah, I suppose there's one thing, watching comedy and laughing at it, and then it's another thing when you start.
Oh, is this like Rocky Horror Picture Show style? Where
like we're engaging and
we're
involving.
acting it out.
It was just a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and so,
for sure.
I mean, I asked for another margarita, and I just,
So I asked for another margarita. Maybe if I get drunk enough, I can get into this.
It was just weird because it was just so, I don't know, overtly graphic and unnecessary. And then I was like, we made out a bit, and I was like, I know a problem. Like it was every red flag sewn together, and I was like, this isn't going to end up anywhere.
Well, you thought you were going to her house to Netflix and chill, by your definition.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and had she have not totally been a lunatic in her own freaking family room, it probably would have happened.
She sounds fun.
Yeah, that does sound fun. Alyssa, you sound fun, and you're not even Tim's type.
No?
I am fun. I mean, we had a blast. What are you talking about? Besides, I told you I was on my period, so there wasn't even going to be any sex. We already, kind of got that out of the way. And you were laughing. You were laughing at everything I was doing. You were cracking up.
Which I left out on purpose because the fact that you're throwing your period panties in my face, it makes it even worse.
Come on. You just have to relax. That's the thing. It was breaking down, getting us comfortable. Okay, it's all on the table.
Had you seen, had you already watched the special? Did you know what was coming, or was it, your first time watching it too?
Well, it was my first time watching that one, but I love Ali Wong, and I watched all her other ones, so I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be great. She's so funny, and whatever. I wasn't thrown by it. I was like, oh yeah, and he was totally into it. He was laughing. If anything, he was the one sending mixed messages.
Oh, wow.
I am so much funnier when I'm drunk.
Yes, you are.
That was a joke.
You are so much funnier when I'm drunk.
You all are funny when we're all drunk. Yeah.
You're pretty funny, though, Jeff. I mean, I don't think you give yourself enough credit, but you are
kidding,
pretty funny.
Really. But I think we all think we're funny when we're drunk.
Oh, we think we're hilarious. Yeah.
So then obviously there's no chance of a second date here, Greg. You sound pretty turned off.
Yeah. I mean, it was just a little much to, just too over the top for a first date. And so, I mean, and I'm not a prude or anything. It was just come on.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Alyssa.
I mean, it's fine.
Yeah.
I just heard the eye roll. I'm like, whatever.
Ah, jeez.
That's what I get for wanting an explanation. I could have lived without that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good. I'm good.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Well, thank you for calling in. Greg, thanks for taking the call.
Thank you. I'm glad I was able to get it off my spirit.
Okay. So if we can do a second date update for you, shoot us an email, Jeff and Jenn at WK.